Hey everybody, this is Kara with Eastwood Tie-Dye. Today we're going to make a tube maxi dress. This has been soaked in soda ash solution for 20 minutes and hung up to line dry. I like to start by planning my geodes out in advance when I'm tying a garment this big. I just go around and I mark off the placements of the geode until I think it has enough, and I use Crayola washable markers. When I'm ready to begin tying, I gather the material in the shape of the geode I drew, and I like to wrap my waxed artificial sinew around a few times and hand tighten until I can anchor in a good base. Once that's done, I wrap 5 times and I pull tight with my sinew puller. And then I wrap 5 more times and I pull tight again with the sinew puller. Sometimes I go 3 times, sometimes I go 5. This is just a general idea. I like to space my sinew lines unevenly because I think it gives the geode a really cool organic look. And as I'm going around, I'm always checking to make sure that I'm wrapping my sinew on top of itself and not off to the side of the line that I'm trying to create. This is a long maxi dress, so I'm just trying to create a really big geode. So I'm putting a lot of segments in it. When it comes time to end my geode, I leave a tail, probably about 6 inches long, and cut it. What I do now is I tie a tight bow, like bunny ears, when you're tying your shoe. And the reason I do this is because I want to find the end of the geode, because that is where I'm going to start untying it. It's very important that I leave this tail. When I get done with the geode, I just grab more fabric and start tying. And the whole process begins again. The geodes are really starting to take shape. I just have this extra material. I didn't plan for it necessarily right there, so I just bunch it up. Sometimes I don't always do the geodes as I draw them. Things shift and I change my mind, so I just sort of wing it. This is the end though. We're all done. Once I have the geode done, I'll be putting a form around it. but all these legs look pretty crazy. I try to flatten them out as much as possible and keep them together. It makes it easier to put the form around. So I'll rubber band the legs together and flatten them out. It's a lot easier to put the form that I use around this garment when the legs are tied together. They just end up taking less space this way. And they're also easier to dye too. This is the form that I use to keep the ice in. I secure it with a simple binder clip. These are just vertical blinds that you have hanging maybe in front of your sliding glass window. They're flexible, they're easy, they're cheap, and you can cut them to any size. The colors that I'll be using for this tube dress are all from Dharma Trading Company. I have Maroon, Fire Red, Amber Waves, Tangerine, Golden Yellow, Citrus Yellow, Turquoise, Jade Green, Forest Green, and Dark Green. To keep the red and green colors separate, I broke off a little piece of the vertical blind to use as a guard between the colors. I've brought the garment outside on my dyeing rack, and I'm just going to secure the middle with some blue painter's tape because it tends to bow out a little bit. Keeping the form tight means I don't have to use as much ice. Now it's time to start adding ice. This is just ice from my freezer. I harvest it every day, and I'm really not that careful with it. I am careful though to make sure the pieces get underneath the blue tape. There is one segment that's sticking up. I don't know if you can see it. It's right in the middle, and that's going to be very difficult to dye. Normally I try to avoid anything sticking up like that, but this one got away from me. So now I'm playing Jenga with my ice cubes, trying to cover it so that it will melt and you'll be able to get some nice color there. After an hour or two, I had to go back and add some more ice on top. I've left this out here for probably about 22 hours. It's really hot here, probably in the mid-90s. I take off the blue tape and remove the form. I'll wash that later. Remove the guards. I did a sprinkle of soda ash too, so that's the white stuff you see on top. It's easier just to turn the garment over and gently tap it out and get rid of some of the soda ash and dye that didn't seep in. It's all dry now anyhow. Just means a little less rinsing that I have to do. I can rinse right outside too. I love this dyeing rack. I was really excited when I was rinsing this to see all the vibrant colors popping through. I love the oranges and the yellows and the greens. It's just so pretty at this point. After cold water rinsing, I took it to the sink for hot water rinsing with Dawn, and then into the washing machine with Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent and Millsoft. It came out great. I love the straps. You can wear them up or you can tuck them in. Everything came out so awesome. I love the colors. Really a fun dress. Very summery. I'll put links in the description box to everything I've used, including this blank from Amazon. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and stay colorful, my friends.